realizing the terrible, terrible truth of the sheer amount of farming that you need to do to be just passingly prepared to kill the Lunatic Cultist, the Pillars, and Moonlord. It's Wednesday evening. That means I have 2 nights, tomorrow and Friday night, to get my shit together and take down the Moonlord. Solo. For the first time. Which seems ridiculous, but in fact we are now fully into territory that I have never done on my own. I'm used to gathering materials and people just giving me what I should have. Not the best way to play necessarily, but it worked in the paradigm I was in. If you are joining me in the chat, I don't actually have the Twitch client open right now since it is 11:30, and I've basically been playing Terraria. I've logged over 40 hours at this point since last Friday. So basically full-time job on top of my regular full-time job. And I don't know, it feels like some kind of weird, sick social experiment I'm doing to myself. I'm exhausted. I've had to pay attention to my posture and not hunch over or get too tense when I'm... like the 2 hours almost I spent mostly dying in the dungeon. It wasn't that bad. I actually did really great. I got a Inferno fork. It was not mythical when I got it. It was plain when I got it. I reforged it. It only took a few times. I was actually really happy this time. Not like the time I went through 2 platinum trying to reforge my golden shower and still ended up with a really terrible outcome. So I went to the dungeon and I got, I don't know, maybe 30 ectoplasm. I think I only needed 27, but the goal was that I was going to have the Spectre hood and mask. I don't remember why. It was the thing I was told I should do. So I got that. I went digging for chlorophyte. I found some more Plantera bulbs, but they're so far away from my arena. So despite wanting to actually kill her, I don't think I'm going to. I don't really think she has anything to give me at this point, though. Yeah, dungeon for ectoplasm, jungle for chlorophyte. I am doing a little bit of... I guess I'm done fishing. I'm out of stuff. That is a terrible haul. I need prismite and armored cavefish. It doesn't matter if I open those or not. And usually when I come down here, there's like more spawn. Oh, and Martians. So I also have... Oh, I guess you can't do it underwater. Who knew spaceships won't work underwater? Hey, no. I've gotten okay with the Inferno fork, which means, of course, obviously I won't need it after this, right? Anytime I get better at using something, that just means I don't really need it. It's really satisfying. Especially since I died like twice to the jerks who wield this thing. It was extremely satisfying to get one. Nope. The only thing I don't like is trying to adapt to primarily using the mount to navigate is very weird to me. I don't feel as fast. I mean, obviously it looks like I am, but it doesn't feel as fast, and that's a hard mental stumbling block to get over. I also I picked up a truffle worm, but I'm not sure I'm going to bother with Duke Fisheron. Despite the fact that I think his Razor Typhoon might be really great. I think what I'm going to push for immediately is just... Oh, I get that. Excuse me, just passing through. Just passing through. Yeah. Don't mind me. Gosh, this place down here is... Oh. I love that I can also kill things with my digging. Ow, ow, ow. Oh, freaking bees. I was like, what is hitting me? Not the bees. I don't remember what I was saying. Yeah, those guys can go suck it. I am not interested in playing with them. Oh, Martian. So, oh, sorry, excuse me. I came up here and I like built this little thing over here and I was like, oh yeah, this is gonna let the mobs spawn and I'm gonna chill out. Oh my god, I hate gastropods so much. And I'm gonna chill out right here. I mean standing obviously, but... And then all the mobs that'll spawn on the run will drop down, and that actually does work. The only problem is that this is a little bit too far away from my base to have actually worked for the invasion. I ended up having to run over here to get the Martian saucers to spawn. It took me another, I don't know, I think I got 2 of everything and 3, except for 3 anti-gravity hooks, and then I finally got the cosmic car key. Can't believe that's what it's called. So yeah, I guess I'm ready to go kill the cultists. I'm a little hesitant, but I can't really think of anything else at this point that I need to do. I know there were some things I could farm for, like getting the life drain from the Crimson Mimic, but am I actually going to use that? I doubt it. Also, farming Souls of Night has been total buttholes. Like, I don't know. Some things I feel like I've... Oh my god, I hate you. Some things I feel like I've gotten super lucky on. And then there are other things that I'm like, why won't you just drop for me? For a second there, I reminded myself of freaking Chris Griffith? Family Guy? I don't know, it's been a while, you guys. It's been a while, and my brain is about 34% sludge. I'm pretty sure. It's like a baking soda paste at this point inside my skull. It feels offended that I would say such a thing about it. Right, I got those things so that I could make potions. Alright. Did I not have more prismite? Oh my god. Also, I can hear how whiny I am right now, which is a pretty good sign that it's about time to be a reasonable adult. And like put myself to bed or something. I don't know. I'm not ready. I wanted to make a little more progress. I mean, I don't think I'm going to clear a pillar tonight. Seems unlikely. I mean, I could try. My goal is to get the Nebula Blaze. I probably should also kill the Golem. I don't know if I really need the other emblem thingy that you make with his eye, but I mean, DPS can't hurt, right? Okay. I don't know what I need to make. Hang on. I have 11 of those, 13 of those. Let's move all this junk over. I have... I was really sure I had more swiftness potion. Oh, that's 27. I thought it just said 2. I have tons of swiftness, so I'm good there. I need regen. I need endurance. And life. No, there's life force. I read a thing that said hunter potions are good for the lunatic cultist because The real the real cultist will show up with the hunter potion. So I probably need to go kill some sharks. And that sounds like a really nice, relaxing, kind of easy thing to do right now. Just kill some sharks. Man, I need mana potions. They're terrible. Alright, well, let's see what we can make. Let's see what we can do right now. I need endurance potions because I have none. So, yeah. Oh, I can only make 11? God dang it. Alright. Did I just run out of bottles? No. Yes, maybe. Yep. Okay, sorry. I put them... I know I have a bunch, and the question is always, where did I put them? Because this is not as organized as I would like it to be. But honestly... God, I don't care. Give me this glass. Give me this sand. I'll find my bottles later. We're just gonna make some more, okay? Okay. All that sand right on in there. Okay. Yeah, earlier when I was in the dungeon, I'm like doing the dungeon thing, which is great and all. And I pop back up top because I'm getting my ass handed to me and I just need to heal. I made a little house over there, brought the nurse over with me. I pop out, there's a pirate invasion that's happening. So it starts happening at the dungeon. And then one of the sandwich, oh my god. I don't know what she's called, I don't remember. She drops the forbidden fragments. She spawns in the middle of the party, so I mean, it was a rough day. It was a rough day for the nurse. At one point I magic mirrored back up on fire with like 19 hit points and it was still ticking away. It's the most I've ever made her heal. It ended up costing me almost 5 whole silver, so I'm guessing I was really close to being dead. Which is hilarious. I did get that achievement the other day. I used the king slime. He showed up randomly while I was fussing about. No, he showed up because of, it is semi-randomly. Slime rain. So, well, I have... Oh no, I did use them all. I guess I can't complain. Gosh. Usually I have better luck with fish, but apparently I just wanted a bunch of princess fish which are totally freaking useless. Yes, I am salty about it. I need swiftness. I need regen. Those are good. Can't do hunter without shark fins. I don't know why I said it that way. I also don't have any heart lanterns in my bag, which is strange. There they are. Or not in my bag, in my piggy bank. I got a jungle rose, so I put that in my spiky green hair for now. I want a chest. That's what I wanted. I'm gonna take this one. No, I want a mushroom one. It's just gonna be easier if I make this chest for my quote-unquote loadout. I'm learning terminologies. They're weird, but that's what it is. I'm gonna take the greater heals, of which I have many. That's nice. I don't have much in the way of mana potions, but we're going to put those up in here too. I need to talk to a man about some potions. Hey, friend. What else can I make? So I can make those with that, okay. And then with this one, I'm not doing that. That's silly. That's all I can do with that, huh? Eat a butt. What about these? Oh, hello. I do almost have 300 mana. Well, la-dee-da. Which is great and all, but I only have 22 of these. Although, if I take... I don't remember what it was. We're going to take that. We're going to take these. Leave one. And... take these, but leave one. I don't have the souls to go freaking making some crazy mimics. I already have plenty of those. I don't want to do that. Why? Crud muffins. Okay, is it going to be something from the wizard? Am I stupid? I mean, I might be stupid. Don't, you know. Who here is going to be surprised? Not me. Oh, star farts. I don't have that many stars, you guys. Stars and Daybloom. Everything forever. I have 4 stars, you guys. It's not okay. Boop, there we go. Well. Oh, done. It gives me 15. Well, that was nice. I get it. That's cool, I guess. Don't care about that. I'm gonna go put those back where I got them from because it's just too much stuff for this box. That's what she said. I haven't watched The Office in a while. And I didn't realize how early on that particular bit is when Michael gets in trouble for basically sexual harassment. I mean, a lot of those early episodes hurt me to try to watch. They get real cringy and it's just uncomfortable. And I get it. Maybe it's not my sense of humor all the time. But then you have the "that's what she said" bit, and I was like, that's my favorite. With Jim going, well, I know you've always left me smiling and satisfied. That's what she said. I'm ruining a perfectly great joke by telling you about it. It's fine. I would apologize, but given the chance to do it again, I probably still would. Oh yeah, skeleton archer banner. Cool. I don't even know why I'm keeping the banners. I guess old habits. Alright. We're gonna go kill some sharks. I actually don't know the Baby Shark song. What I do in my head is I replace it with the Muppet song, Banana. Or however that's supposed to go. Look, I am wrong all the time, so why should today be any different? I kind of want to go to my usual. I like this beach better. But if I'm gonna just smack up the I thought I took care of that. Maybe I didn't. If I'm gonna go smack them up. Oh my god, my island is crimson. That's funny. No, I'm gonna go to my preferred beach because I can just get there on my sky run. Not that I really need to use the sky run. I have a freaking flying saucer. But I also have an inferno fork that makes really quick work Of all the things that have ever aggravated me. Whee! I really don't feel like I'm going that fast. At some point I really should, give up the boots. Oh, I also got a gold ring from the pirates. So I got some cool, fun stuff and I would normally farm for more things, but it's not really any time. Apparently, the 1.4 changelog comes out tomorrow, and that's gonna be. I don't want to play with you right now. Leave me alone. I mean, that's gonna pretty much mean it's real. It's coming. Oh. I guess I'm just gonna stand over here in the water. I should have brought a water candle, and I didn't. Yeah, I'm just holding my, digging tool. No biggie. There's gonna be a shark. It's gonna scare the shit out of me. Love it. Like the second you touch the water, that's it. How do I stand up here in the water? Will that work? Yeah. This is the most exciting thing. Can you imagine? I've been doing hours of farming while not streaming because, oh my god, can you imagine? I'm not a public speaker. I am not traditionally, I haven't done podcasts. I don't do you can see I've done. Oh, hello, King Slime. How are you doing? Would you like to meet my friend? Yeah, you would. Thank you. Have a nice day. That was a little messed up, friend. So, like, talking so much is not a strong suit. I have a constant dialogue or monologue, as it were, since it's all just me, sort of, going in my head. But it's weird to do it out loud. But I've learned a few things doing this and working on my YouTube channel, which I've always wanted to do just to do. Like, it seems like a fun skill to develop. I'm actually slightly horrified at the idea that people might watch it. Like, that weirds me out a lot. The idea of people being in my stream channel weirds me out. I'm just not that social of a person. Yay, shark. But on occasion I like to talk about stuff. Or I like to think out loud, I guess. I don't even like thinking out loud. Sometimes I say some great things. Okay, that sounds really narcissistic. I mean in the sense that, for example, I had a conversation once. In fact, it was the way I met a calculus professor. And one of our first interactions was he asked me about the Odyssey. He asked me who my favorite character in the Odyssey was. And I was like, Penelope. And really, truly, like an educator, he goes, tell me more about that. So instead of, applauding my decision or whatever, he's like, I need you to, explain to me why that's the case. And so I don't really even remember what I said. I remember the gist of it. Penelope puts up with a lot of shit, and she's an eminently faithful woman in the face of a lot of really exceptionally Greekiness as far as Greek stories and Greek mythology go. I mean, I don't know if anyone else has caught on. Yes, obviously, I know that lots of people have. But, the Greek gods, and there's just a lot of spite. There's a lot of spite. There's good people who get punished for no good reason. And there are some bad people who get really rightfully punished in beautiful, beautiful ways. Hello, Tartarus and Sisyphus. But, I don't know, Penelope puts up with a lot of garbage and stays the course when it would have been so much easier and even reasonable for her to finally go, you know what, my husband's not coming back. It's been 20 freaking years. Although, that opens up issues of things like, yeah, but, Odysseus also was, totally trapped on an island with a goddess, and it was fine for him to go boinking his brains out all over the place. That wasn't the only place. So, there's some things in there that are eh. But his choices don't make her less of a person on her own. So, in any case, I just remember talking about that, and it was really a great conversation, and I felt confident in what I was saying. I felt heard too, which was nice. I have a bachelor's in literature, so being a book nerd is kind of sort of my jam. I humble brag? No, I don't think it's a humble brag if you call it out as one. I graduated with a 4.0. I worked my butt off for it, but it never felt too hard. And the piece that felt most challenging to me was actually T.S. Eliot's The Wasteland, because I'm mad at modernists, especially mad at high modernists, because there's this idea that I think this is a byproduct also of the society I live in. So the idea the high modernists had that really bothered me was this concept that only the highly educated could hope to understand all of the myriad levels and layers of reference and inference and allusion that they're working into their pieces, which is great. I think create something, layer it with the richness and the inheritance of storytelling that we have as humans, because we are creators, and in one sizable mythology on this planet, the power of creation is next to godliness. Okay, it is a thing that the gods do. The gods create, but we're able to create, and we're able to tell stories. And layering those things together and taking all of that meaning that's out there to be had, that's some powerful stuff. And by all means, you should do that. But when you start asserting that only the highly educated should be able to enjoy your art, it gets boiled down to should be able to enjoy art. And that's, for me, that is not at all what art is about. And I don't think trying to create a sense of exclusion based on some kind of fake meritocracy, because whether you are highly educated or not is not always a matter of your character. I mean, in the United States, it's a matter of accessibility. It can be a matter of a lot of different things that I just am not prepared to ramble about while I'm trying to kill sharks for fins in a video game. But nonetheless, I had an option when I took my capstone class to take it one semester early with a professor who would challenge me by limiting the scope of my work. Or I could take it with a professor who kind of really went barn doors wide open with it, and I could choose to write about whatever I wanted to write about. And there is a certain allure and a certain power in that, especially when it comes to higher education projects. You find that the more you enjoy and want to talk about a thing, obviously, the easier it is to talk about. Also, the easier it is to want to do the research, to want to learn more. It's an intrinsic motivation. And I mean, my intrinsic motivation had me I did a lecture on Poe, I did a lecture on Lovecraft as honors projects above and beyond in a couple of my courses. I did more than a couple of papers on postmodernism, The Last Unicorn. I did a research paper on My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic, from the angle of exploring the concept of appropriate for all ages and what that means, which tapped into concepts of why play is important for adults. Fascinating, fun stuff. At one point, I tried to do a paper on conveying senses of individual identity through text. I ended up doing it in academic papers because that's where the corpus and the studies, the work is at. But you know, for someone who's been on the internet for a long time, I spent about 2 years where the only way I actually talked to other human beings was online. And I have a few friendships that are 20 years old now that started that way because I learned how to be my authentic self through text. And we used to make a game of it, of like making characters in games where there wasn't any of these social things like I mentioned before. We would make a game of creating characters and encountering each other without letting the other know, because we just kind of knew each other's habits, so we knew where we would find people hanging out and role-playing, right? And it would become a game to see if we could spot each other in the crowd, or if we could ever figure out somebody's alt. I had a couple of alts, alternative characters, not my main character, that no one ever knew. They never knew it was me. And I'm kind of proud of that, because I would work on changing my diction, some of my syntax, some of the ways that I typed and put together sentences stuff. I was doing like linguistic experimentation before I knew what that meant. In any case, I did a paper on that. So I had spent most of my undergrad being fortunate enough that my interests, as broad as they are, could be fit into the requirements for papers and major projects. But when it came to my capstone, I decided to take the professor who would challenge me, who would limit my scope and ask me to do the work I was doing on things I liked, to do that work on something that maybe I wouldn't. I had hopes that I would, because throughout my entire school career, I had heard people referencing the wasteland and saying, yes, I can see, I can see Eliot's The Wasteland in this piece. And I never knew what they were talking about. So I did this whole long paper. It was 25 pages. It could have been much, much longer. But I wanted to respect my professor's time. Plus, she had to read and grade all of them in less than a week. And that's no easy task. So anytime somebody's like, oh yeah, well, the grades are due 3 days after the semester's over, but I don't want to turn in my 15 to 20 page paper until the last day of class. Frankly, it's kind of shitty. to expect, like, especially comp professors to do that level of grading in such a short time. Anyway, that's a whole other tangent. I don't remember how I got here. I don't know. T.S. Eliot. He was a jerk. I think if there's an afterlife, if there's a such thing as an afterlife, I make the joke that I hope that I'll be, like, walking around and I'll run into T.S. Eliot, and because it's the afterlife, you know, there's some omniscience going on. He'll be like, so hey, what did you think of The Wasteland? And I'm going to look at him and I'm going to be like, it was shit. And he is going to go, finally, someone gets it. Do I think The Wasteland is shit? No. Did I wrestle with that piece of literature harder than I have ever wrestled with anything? Yes. And it was worth it. It was worth it. But, yeah. Eliot was kind of a jerkhole in that he would do things like say, he bought into the whole the author is dead theoretical framework, which basically means that it doesn't matter what the author meant. The intention of the author is irrelevant once the text is in the world, because it is not the author. The text is not the author, and so the author's intent is null and void. And I'm into that. I'm into that. Not always, but it has value as a perspective. And that's the thing about literature. You're always just analyzing something through a specific perspective. There's very little objective truth. That worked very well for me in my degree, clearly. Where was I going with that? Oh, he always claimed that the author was dead, so his intent wasn't important, but what was important is how a reader interpreted it. But then he would go and say shit like, but all the people who are trying to interpret it are wrong. Excuse me, sir? I sort of wish you could see my face when I do that. I mean, I'm still working on seeing about what kind of, like, equipment I need to, like a camera and things like that, to have a proper little setup here. I'm not trying to spend a ton of money on something that I don't anticipate will really go very far. But, yeah, I made an excuse me face there for a second and entertained myself. Which is much of what the purpose of this whole thing is. How many sharky fins do I got? 9. I feel like I should have just made a shark farm. Honest to God. It would have been faster. But I've been trying not to do that. Whiny, whiny, whiny. Okay, well... Alright. Stop doing that. I don't really remember how to make this. It's been a very long time. And long ago, in the before times. I don't even know if this is worth doing, you guys. I don't even think I can actually do it this way. Good times. Hang on, no. I have to do it from the shore. You piece of garbage, I swear. I don't like it. Or maybe I'm just not... Oh, nope. I was just not low enough. That was on me. That is not the freaking ocean's fault. I was gonna blame it on the ocean, though. That is for sure. Maybe I was wrong? Oh my god, I hate everything. Why are you like this? Yeah, whatever. Let's do this. Get off your dang mount. This is gonna get me out here far enough. fine. I'll go back and cut some up to get me further. Oh, don't do that. I'm gonna kick that pygmy in the butt. He's doing good work. So yeah, this is how I've been spending most of my free time. All for the sake of doing a thing. I don't know why I thought I should do it. Hey friend, you were not invited to my party. Yeah, that was cool. You better come back down here. There we go. Thank you, jerkhole. Hey, I don't even know why you're down here. You ever get the feeling that people just like being unhappy? I feel that way sometimes. Not that I want to be unhappy. And also sometimes I have the you just don't get it feeling. Which is funny because I'm very much against that sense of snobbishness, but sometimes you just don't get it, right? Oh man, this is how T.S. Eliot became T.S. Eliot. Hey, King Slime's back again. Alright, friend. You gonna let me kill you? Oh, he doesn't float. Poor baby. Come on up here, friend. I will do you the dignity of killing you on land. Oh, we'll come back up here. There we go. Who's a big slime? You are. Alright. I have vague memories of how this goes. You put this down here and you do this little thing here. You build some of this up here. I don't remember. I had to bring this over here. I know I need more platforms. It's fine. And then we go bloop. Alright. I think also you do another one. A little bit more. A little bit more further. And then there. Yeah. I know I need a bucket and oh god, sharks. I mean, you're what I wanted, but oh my god. I did not expect them to show up so soon. I think I'm gonna have to get rid of you, dude. And then basically you do this, not that. Boop, boop. And of course you get a little protection, because you should never do things without protection. What? I guess I'm gonna make this a little more narrow. Just one square. Do I hear ducks? Hey, duck! You're gonna do that weird thing? Ducks are fucking weird, man. Corkscrew penises. That's really all I have to say about that. I'm gonna do that. No. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna go back to base. Oh wait, let's do this. this, and crabs. And get rid of you. Oh, there's a skunk outside. 'Tis the season. Although I am in Colorado, so it's kind of a mixed bag. You have to ask yourself, is it a skunk or is it a stoner? Because look, at this point, I feel like the only people who are getting real excited about the stankiest stank are stoners. I'm just gonna put that out there. Look, man, I've got edibles. But you know what? God, can you imagine me having less of a grasp on my brain than I do right now? I'm not sure it would be a lot different. Where is... I don't know what I was doing. Okay. I'm selling this junk. Also, I need to reset my freaking thingy so that I stop doing that. Spawn point, yes. Hello, friend. Please buy this junk from me, for I do not wish to own it any longer. And I was gonna get a bucket. Yes. Hey, joke's on me, I had a bucket in my piggy bank. Gosh darn it. But I also wanted to get... water candle. Water candle? There we go. There's a water candle. I know this is extremely exciting. I'm gonna go back over here for just a little bit longer. Whee! Yeah, I definitely know I run faster with my boots on than this. Because I can outrun my Inferno fork. I've got a lovely bunch of coconuts. Doo-doo-doo. There they are, standing in a row. Big ones, small ones, as big as your head. Don't mind me just passing through. I did finally make myself the ivy whip. Yep. Don't mind me, I'm just down here to pick up loot. And then try to get back to my base. Yay. Okay. Bucket. 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 Just in case. Make sure there's plenty of bucket. And then candle. You no take. Here we are. And then honestly, I can just do that. So, yeah, I don't know. See, I talk well when I get going and I have thoughts. I'm not always confident. I never want to sell my thoughts like I'm the only person who can be right. That's actually the quickest way to make me very sad to know you. Is to talk about something as though, unless it's a thing that when it comes to matters of taste and enjoyment and meaning, I don't think that you can tell someone that you know the answer. I don't think there is one answer. I think that we are all individuals, and to a certain extent, we all decide what we like or don't like. Now, what we do decide, 100%, 98%. What we do decide is how we react to the things that we do or don't like. Like how we enact those things. So like, you could hate peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. I don't know why you would, but you could. And while that might not be my answer, that's fine. It's not about me. This is about what you like. But you can't then say that no one should ever have peanut butter and jelly sandwiches because you don't like them. That's not how this works. Now, if you ask how many apples I have, if I have 2 apples and somebody gives me 2 more, that's 4 apples. There are tricks and ways that you can be like, oh, but what if when he was handing you one, it felt like, shut the hell up. 2 and 2 is 4. I'm happy to agree to mathematical terms about the universe. I'm not willing to accept a claim like popular fiction or pulp horror or populist genre fiction has no value. I'm not willing to accept that. Because what has value and what has meaning to a person is very individual. And we can argue, in fact, that's part of the point of being educated and thinking and talking about things, is you can argue a lot about whether a thing contributes good to a society. I think Stephen King is worthwhile to study because Stephen King is a solid storyteller. He doesn't always nail the endings, but I appreciate the fact that even he knows that. I also laughed a lot at the end of the Gunslinger cycle of stories, because a lot of people expected a very particular... they just expected... It's been out for several years at this point. I don't think that spoilers applies here, even though I haven't read them all. I've read enough. and I read like the last bit of the whole thing, and I laughed because there were people who were very upset about it, but I saw what he did, and what he did was a very, very canonical literature style move, and I thought it was glorious. But there will always be people who disagree, and that's okay. I don't know. I guess it's okay to disagree about things that are matters of taste. But not about other things. Like the existence of people different from yourself. Or basic mathematical principles. Unless in that case you have something different to offer that can be tested and proven out. Then, let's give you a listen. I don't know, I feel like I'm rambling now. Because this is painstaking work and this is not a great farm. I would usually make it look so much nicer. I look like a scrub. I don't remember. I had to have deposited some. I guess we have about 20, including what I have back at my base. Alright, well, and it's also a full moon. I never got like the celestial clamshell or anything like that. Thanks for being down here, Shark. Getting getting all that loot. I mean, there's really no turning back, right? Like, is that all I needed? I wanted to get more stars, but the stars are gonna be a jerk. The stars. The stars. I want to watch The Road to El Dorado. That's one of my favorite cartoons. Oh wait, I don't have to fly up. I can do this. I have my boots on good because we're gonna go on foot. So that I can do this. Whoops. I have way too much blink root, but it's fine. On other worlds, what I would do here is I would have actually come up here with that staff of regrowth and made this all grass. Oh, I'm wrecking this place. It's fine. No, leave me alone. I don't want any. Whee! Oh, that's good. More stars. Okay. I guess no more stars. That's fine. How's everybody doing? What do you got your panties in a twist for? Y'all need to calm down. Alright. Let's get up in here. Let's do a little... Oops. Shark fins! Hooray! Put one back. Take some of those. I don't care, I'm just gonna put that in there. Don't care about the bucket right now. Do I have freaking herbs in here somewhere? Because all that blink root. Oh no, there it is. I'm just, me. I'm just me. Yay. Stop throwing your stuff on the ground. I ended up not listening to Lonely Island the other day like I wanted to. That's sad. Alright, blink roots, replant those. And moon glows, please. Yeah, I haven't been very good at keeping my inventory clean either. Things are a little bit of a mess. Let's go right up here. And what do we want to make? Hunter potions. Thank you, brain. Bam, I got a stack. I like this little table. It's nice. Alright, put the shark fin soup. That's not right. And you go over here. Okay. So now we have potions. And it's 12:30, so I'd like to go to bed soon. Let's do this. Doesn't matter how many I'm Actually, it does. I usually only carry a few so that I can't just blow through them all. You know? Not with, oh, not with how much effort it takes to, I can take extras of these to make all of these. It's not huge effort, it's time. It's time, and that's a thing that I do not have in great abundance. Let's just take these. I could take those. I really don't know how this is going to play out. I've got a Celestial Emblem, so it increases my range for Mana Stars. It gives me 15% magic damage. Avenger Emblem is 12% increased damage. I feel like I would be better off with just the Summoner Emblem, which is 15% magic damage. I guess I'm not going to need my lightning boots because I'm going to be using my spaceship. I've got the regeneration band for 20 max mana and mana rate in regenerate increase. I've got the celestial cuffs, which is also pickup range for mana stars and restores mana when damaged. Since I'm getting damaged, I'm getting mana. And I could be using the mana flower, which drinks potions when needed. I guess I would take the wings off. Man, y'all asked me to give up a lot of my comfort zone. And by you all, I mean like this game. Sorry. And I guess people who are like, no, you're doing it wrong. I'm sure that I am, but I'm the one doing it, so. Alright, it's this way. Whee! It's really not as fast as I would like. I did have a Mac. Did everybody have a Mac at some point? Because I'm curious about that. I had a hand-me-down Mac in the early 90s. 93 or 94. I don't remember much about it. I played games on it. Not very many, but there were a few that were made just for the Mac. There was one I never remember what it was. Or what it was called, rather. All I remember is on the cover, one of the, I think it was the villain maybe, who cursed you, was this little dude who dressed like a jester. No one asked you to come to this party. Thank you. Alright, so this is what I got. I guess let's do this. I actually don't know where the other ones went. And I don't know what to do to this. Oh wow. So I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. Okay, I'm gonna have to ask the internet. Hang on 2 seconds. I might have to restart my game because 2 of them followed me into the dungeon and I haven't seen them since. So I don't really know what to do here. But okay, let me pause this real quick and I'll be right back. Okay. So I exited, I restarted. Well, I saved an exit and just came back in. So, let's go. Whee! I don't like that it's desert flanking the entire place at all. So, hopefully I don't have to... I don't know. I don't know what I hope at this point. I hope this is easier than I think it will be. Mostly because all of our shared worlds were expert. We never played a normal shared world because there were up to 4 or 5 of us at any given time. So, there we go. How's everybody doing? Thank you. Oh look, I got 2 dark shards. Yeah, meteor hit my... I had to rebuild those. There we go. Hi, buddy. Yeah, we're gonna come up here. You gonna come up here? Oh god. I'm gonna die because I don't know how to dodge. Or hit my heal button, apparently. Okay. I don't like it. No. Let's see the asshole. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm not okay. This is bad. I got 30 seconds. I'm gonna die to this guy. This seems fantastically terrible. No, stop it. Everybody stop. Yep. I don't like the spaceship. Can I blame the spaceship? Remember, there's no crying in baseball. I sincerely need a homing weapon. issue with... Oh, do they just take some time to come back? Of course they do. Fuck off, Dark Mummy. What did I just say to your friend? It applies to you too. Okay, so that's where we are now. Oh wait, let's also put her in there. That sounds great. Now let's fly away so she has to move in. I doubt that there's any more sky islands, but hey, let's go check it out while we're waiting. While we're waiting for me to get my butt handed to me again. Alright, so literally at this point, the thing that I need is to get good. What if I just dig all this out? Like make a little... I don't know, just make like a little back and forth run. Do I really need to be all up in space? Of course, then I have to ask myself the question of, hey, what are you gonna do with your accessories if you're gonna do that? Look, you mind your business and I'll figure it out. Get off of there. This doesn't bode well for the Moon Lord, quite honestly. Like, at all. Alright, I don't have them on. Let's see. Pick a range for stars really doesn't matter, but 15% damage is good. Mana when damaged. Yeah, that's just what it's gonna have to be, I guess. And we'll see about doing some back and forth instead of skyward, I guess. It makes things sound so easy, but I disagree. Not that it can't be easy, but it's not my skill set, okay? I may not actually have a game skill set. I got a truffle worm without trying, really. Use the meteor staff for farming the Martians. Got goblin tech. Oh, I could be actually gauging my speed to see if I am faster or not. It's unimportant. Oh my god, I'm so tired. No, the nurse didn't show up yet either. No treasure nearby. No damage per second. It's 41 miles an hour no matter what direction I go, except for diagonals. Why isn't she here yet? Woman, you live here now. Hi. I don't know when they respawn. I guess I'm gonna have to check the internet again. Okay, so they will respawn after 1 day passes. I'm not sure I can sit here for this, honestly. Yep, got done in by the Phantasm Dragon. Letting my friend know that the Lunatic Cultist smote my ruin upon the dungeon stairs. Because it's true. So sleepy. Does this make anybody else sleepy? Just watching the little spaceship side to side. I don't think I'm gonna wait for this. I thought I had set my spawn over here. Oh, that's right, now I brought the bed. Alright, this is now my spawn point, so yeah, I think I'm actually just gonna call it a night and do the cultist tomorrow to kick off the pillars and do the pillars. If I'm not ready at this point, I'm not sure that I will be, you know? Not feeling terribly hopeful. Not that I don't think it can be done, I'm just not sure that I can do it. I guess we'll find out in the next couple of days, right? So I'll be back tomorrow, and I'll be back Friday. And I promised myself that if I couldn't figure it out by the time the clock rolls over on Friday at midnight, then I'm going to make myself feel better. Instead of a bowl of ice cream or a piece of cake, I'm going to go get myself some Nebula gear and some other like Moonlord drop stuff. And then I'm gonna just cream these things just because. I think that's fair after the full-time a full-time job plus overtime that I'm going to be putting in on this before it is all said and done. For folks who've popped in or managed to watch these in all of their obscene length, thank you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for even passingly, vaguely being invested in my progress here, or morbidly curious about how this would go. And I hope you'll stick around. I hope you'll either give me a follow on Twitch or subscribe to my YouTube channel. And as ever, if there's somewhere you can let me know, I have a suggestion box on Twitch, and you can always comment on my videos over on YouTube. Did I screw up? Do you disagree with me? Do you have suggestions? I'm always open to hearing them, so feel free to reach out. I have anxiety and struggles with the socialization, but that doesn't mean I don't also want it, because who isn't made of at least 15% cognitive dissonance, right? I know I'm probably a bit more than that. Well, until next time, take care of yourself and be excellent to each other, and get so much good sleep, because that's what I want for myself, and so I want it for you as well. And we will see about getting abused by the Lunatic Cultist some more tomorrow. Good night.